Grateful to see you all. My name is Kai. I come from Estonia, and this is actually my second talk at Green School. I was here 2 years ago, but then it took me some time to come up here, so I did it in March. So why I'm here today? I'm going to talk about parenting. It's not about being perfect, it's about being present. I'm a mom of 3 boys. And let's see the latest picture. That was taken Denpasar airport in August, yes. Why I'm here? It's not because I think something is wrong with me or with you. I think we are doing amazing job. I mean, being a parent, right? This is like the best self-growth what we can have. The second one is entrepreneurship, I think. So when I talk to people here 2 years ago and now, and I have been mentor since 2019, I think I have been spoken over 2,000 people, like one-on-one talks. And I see that sometimes people are struggling being a parent. And I realized whenever I see my kid is doing something like they're not supposed to do, like maybe they are sad about something, or they had argument with their friend, or they did not do something well at school or with their after school activity, then I realized I always started to be hard on myself. Like I was maybe a little bit mad at them, but then I realized I'm actually mad at myself. Have you felt that sometimes? You feel like, not maybe like a failure, but oh my God, I should have done this better. I should have been more for my kid there, or I should have like taught them better. But I already did better, so what's happening? So I realized whenever I'm mad at my kids, or I tell you later what I used to do, yell and stuff. So I realized I'm actually mad at myself. And then I looked at it like I turned it around. But what if I'm not mad at myself? I'm happy with myself. I can actually appreciate myself and see good things about myself. Maybe I don't get mad at my kid. I can actually listen what's happening, what's the need behind his behavior. Do you agree? Yes, sometimes it happens. So why I decided to do this, I call it a workshop. I'm gonna talk a lot, I like talking, but I also have some papers and pens, so if you wanna take notes, let me know, I bring you a paper, or maybe you write in your phone. But I think we can always do better. And not in terms of we are not good enough, but that's the growth. And what I love, what my passion is, humans, like how we are able to grow. I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago, 20 years ago. You don't eat same things you ate when you were in your 20s, right? You don't eat the same things what you ate when you were a kid. So we're supposed to change, we're supposed to develop. And once our kids are at school, moving out of our houses, maybe after graduating high school, we really like realize, who am I? What am I doing here? So let's put it all together, and let me ask you first, why are you here today? So if you want to take notes, I always let my audience take some notes, like why are you here today? It's only 1 hour, but still it's an hour of your time. So why did you decide to come here? I know some of you are my friends and supporting, and I'm so grateful for that. But think about it a little bit. What do you want to get out of this 1 hour? Maybe somebody who wants to share? Yeah, you can say. I give you a microphone. Yes.
For me, it's curiosity and see how I'm doing. You know, maybe I'll learn something new. Maybe there's new tools, ways of thinking.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, thank you. Somebody else who wants to share? Back there. Okay,
Sorry,
start.
I should have just kept
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm here because I've been impressed with the level of sophistication in the parent community. Like, people have already solved the easy things, right? So every time I come to a talk, I always pick up a couple of nuggets where it's like, wow, that is, okay, that's for people who have kind of already carried some heavy things, right? So.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. So, look.
I didn't know this was happening, so I sat down here by accident. But I'm trying this new thing where I'm listening to other people
Okay.
and seeing how that goes.
Okay.
I've just closed my computer and I'm going to pay attention.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that's one of the things I'm also going to talk about today. Not about you listening, but focus. Okay, so thank you for sharing. And I don't think I'm really going to tell you something like really new today. My purpose to be here is not to give like right answers. Okay, you do this, then everything is so perfect. Or you do that, you're going to succeed much more with your kids. But I'm going to share some tools which I have used, what changed my life. And hopefully it's inspiration for you. So you don't have to believe everything I tell you. It's not that like, oh, Kai is saying now it's like the ultimate truth. No. But when you listen to the open-minded, like we heard there before, maybe you hear something new, or maybe something that you already know comes back to you, and you're like, oh yeah, this is something I should pay more attention to. So this is like my goal here today with you. But first, who am I to tell you all that? So here is this 1.5 years ago when I was in Bali with Felix, who is in grade 11 now, Robert and Arthur. We say actually Artur when I say Felix, Robert, Artur. That's in our language. And 2 other boys are in Estonia right now. They live with their dad. They go to school there. But I decided in 2023 in March to come to Green School. As long as I remember, I always wanted to have experience for my kids so they can study abroad, they can learn English, they can see the world. Because Estonia is a really small country. It's only 1.2 people who live there. Maybe worldwide it's a little bit more people who speak Estonian, so we have our secret language. Marina understands a little bit. Kui ma ütlen tere tere, siis Marina saab aru. But it was really important for me to see the kids the world, because I used to be exchange student in Sweden, I was au pair in America, I lived in Germany, and I have traveled a lot, so this what we did. And luckily their father, who I'm not together with anymore, but even before we came here, we were divorced, so he said, yes, do this. So I'm really grateful for him that we could do it. And this year in Bali changed our lives. Not to mention that it was so tough for them to start here without speaking English. They didn't speak any word like for a month at school. Of course, the youngest one did, because he was in Green School English and that was his work, just learn English here. But for me to support them while they are together with so many nationalities, not only Estonians, right? Everybody has their temper, everybody's different, and so that they saw how happy people can be, how confident people can be, and it's okay if you don't know how to speak English. So this was really big growth for me to support them, and also to be together with them as a family, and that was also our growth, that we got closer, and they could share more what they think about and all that. So I think this is also one of the reasons why I'm here today, to share the experience. But it wasn't like this always. Yeah, this is like a fun picture. You see the grade 11 Felix is here. It's not very good quality because it was taken a long time ago. But you see, when you have kids within 4 years, 3 boys, it's kind of crazy, right? Yeah, I do have the energy and I decided to do that. It was my choice. But at some point, I discovered, I don't like me anymore. I don't like which woman I have become or mother, because I was the kind of mother, I wanted everything to be like perfect all the time. That there's food, we eat together at the table, you know, like everything had to be like in kind of order, lots of controlling. And if this didn't happen, I was really unsatisfied. I yelled at my kids. I don't know what this is called in English. Pulling their hair. Oh my God, that is even worse than in Estonian. Tutistama, we just say. Yeah. So I did this a lot when they didn't do something I told them to do or they were supposed to do. And whenever I decided, okay, I'm not gonna yell at my kids anymore, or sometimes I even like push them, you know, you did this wrong. I cried in the evening sometimes. I decided, okay, I'm not gonna do it anymore. And next day, even the biggest like problem or something happened and I yelled again and I wasn't happy with myself. I was like so close, I thought, I'm just gonna leave them. I mean, they are better off without me, you know, when the mom was just yelling. And of course, it didn't make me a good wife either. And I think I have done lots of work with myself to forgive myself. And luckily we have had chance to talk about those things. You know, when their kids are teenagers and they really trust you and they come to you and say, you know, Mom, you remember you got really mad back then? Like, did I do something wrong? Or I think it was because I did something wrong, because the kids are pretty egocentric, right? They think it's what something they did. And then I said, okay, tell me more. What do you remember? How was it? And then I'm like, you know what? Actually, I just came from work. I had a really bad day. I don't know, my boss said something. And it wasn't actually about you. So I think I have changed a little bit about their subconscious mind now during the teenage time. Because they came to me, especially here 2 years ago in Bali, like, Mom, remember this thing happened and you were mad. I'm like, oh yeah, tell me more. So they tell me more and I can show them the other way, why it happened. And it's not something I'm really happy about, but I just wanted to tell you that my world has not been perfect. No, far from that. But I started to work on me. Here they are small, but let's say like 4 or 5 years later, I quit my job. I worked for a local government to organize all the events for mayor, or when the guests were coming or mayor was going somewhere. So I was organizing all that, and I decided I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna stay home. I stayed home the whole summer, and by fall, you know, in Estonia it gets cold, it gets dark, and I discovered I'm not keeping my promises anymore, which means, I'm gonna tell you more about it soon, but it means in the morning we had like a plan, what we do when the kids get home from kindergarten, from school, but that meant I had to do my part while they were at school. I was organizing one festival, which was happening in summer, so it was like lots of time. But what I did, I started to put puzzles together, you know. I sent the kids away, I sent the husband away, and I was just watching TV, putting the puzzles together, not doing my thing. And once the kids got home, I'm like, okay, now I got energy. I started to change the plans. Okay, kids, we had this plan, but we can't do it because I still need to do the work, which I didn't do while they were at school or kindergarten. And luckily my kids started to tell me, Mom, we always change the plans. We don't like it. And luckily I wasn't like, I'm the mom, I know. I was like, okay, you're right. Yeah, it's not okay that I make a plan in the morning, you come home, you know you can spend time with me, but I changed the plans because I didn't keep my promise. And that's when I started to see, okay, something needs to change. And I got into, actually I saw a seminar called you know, but you don't do it. You know the feeling sometimes, yeah, I know I should do this, but I don't know why I don't do it. So I went there, I heard about subconscious mind, about how it actually rules our lives, and my teacher, I got a teacher, and his name is Bob Proctor. I'm not going to tell more about it right now. You can read it on my website once you get on the website later. But his teaching changed my life. And I could tell you like 2 or 3 hours about it. But today I just tell you about 3 things that changed my life. So I could be a better mom. So my trigger was that I'm not good enough as a mother. Also as a woman, but more as a mother. Because what happened inside of me was I wanted to become a mother. I remember when I studied in Sweden, I was 17, I had a vision, I'm going to have 3 kids. I'm going to be a mother. That's one of my missions in this world. And I had 3 kids in a row. Even when I had a second one, everybody thought, oh, you crazy. And I know many of you have that too. But it was really something I wanted to do. And then I realized, but why am I such a terrible mom? I mean, I had all the schedules for my kids, you know, they went to grandparents, they were making fun, like they come with a manual, what time they wake up, what time they have lunch, what time they go to bed, what time they go outside. But they were really happy. I mean, they went to bed 8:30, they were always happy. Like my kids are usually happy. But I wasn't happy because I was too strict. And then I had this like diversity in me. I wanted to have kids. It makes me happy. I love being a mom. But why can I not enjoy it? So what's up there? And sometimes my mom told me, okay, just, I know it's a little bit suffering, aga kannatad ära. It's like, kannatad is like, it's suffering, but I think it is as bad as it sounds actually. It's okay to suffer a little bit, Kai. You suffer, it will pass, it will pass. But the years went, the kids started school, it didn't pass. I think I suffered even more. So 3 things what I did. First, I started to do gratitude. How many of you are doing gratitude on a daily basis? Are you, how many of you are like thinking about what they're grateful for? How many of you are saying it out loud? How many of you are writing it down daily basis? Ah, so great, so great. But still half of you don't. So maybe there is something you can take away from this talk. And we're gonna do the gratitude practice together. We already have a nice music as well. So focus. Focus is something which is like so important. And I'm not talking about focusing work-wise. Okay, I need to write this email, I need to have this Zoom call. No, I'm talking about focusing on the good things on daily basis. I'm talking about focusing on me being a better mom, focusing on my spouse, on my children. And that comes to the third one, consistency, that I actually do it. You know how we are all multitasking, especially women. What I did, I was peeling potatoes, I was reading something, I was looking at Grey's Anatomy, I was, I don't know, doing something with the kids, and I thought, I'm a super mom, I can do all at once. But the focus on one thing and then being consistent to it, with it as well. So when I did those 3 things, yeah, it's a real picture. It's not like, okay, let's smile. We were really happy. That I think it was in May 2023. We did not want to go back home from Green School. No, 2024 was it. But we still decided to go back, and now I'm back here with Felix again, so with the oldest son. Okay, let's see those 3 things. And first, gratitude. Okay, I have one picture here. Do you see Robert's face? He's the middle son, and he used to be very serious. He used to be, I don't like this. I'm not going there. Like always, let's go outside. He was the one, no, not going outside. So we went outside. I'm like, okay, now let's go back inside. Now I don't want to go inside. So what I started in 2019, in January, when I started to study Bob Proctor's programs, I started to say gratitude in the morning while we were eating breakfast. Okay, everybody says 3 things what they are grateful for. And this guy, I don't have anything. I don't know what I can say thank you to. I don't have anything to be grateful for. But he was eating a sandwich, so I'm like, do you like your sandwich? Yes. Can you say thank you for the sandwich? Maybe. So this is something we started to do in the morning instead of talking about like cars or cartoons or whatever was going on last night. And we started to say gratitude. And we still do it. I hope they do it back in Estonia. I know sometimes they do it. So me and Felix, when we have breakfast together here in Bali, we always say what we are grateful for. Like, I'm happy and grateful now that I'm healthy, I can live here in Bali, I can be here and share my talk with you, that we can breathe this clean air, that we have water to drink, like all those basic things. And it really has changed our lives, because what you notice and what you put your attention to, it grows, right? You can try one day. You wake up, you're like, I don't like this. It's raining. I feel I didn't sleep well. Whatever you can think of, and go to the store and see what happens. You probably forget your phone, you forget your wallet or something. And then next day you can have another try. You wake up, you're like really happy, like, wow, I really love my life. Maybe I didn't sleep so well, but that's okay. I can take a nap during the day. And you notice all the things that are well. My dog comes and greets me, my boy is doing the training in the morning, and I have such great clothes to put on or whatever. And you can see, you go to the store and somebody even offers, okay, you can go in front of me or something. It really works. Have you tried it? Have you noticed it? Yes. So what I thought, let's do the three steps of gratitude together. Do you want to do it with me? Yes. So what I wrote here is write down 10 things you are grateful for, but we do a little bit shorter version, like maybe write down 5 things. So now, do we have, you can, give out the paper. So let's do like everybody's writing. So then you can really experience the power of writing, because I actually also write down gratitude every morning, and sometimes it's the first thing I do. I don't even use the toilet before. I just wake up, I'm like, I don't really see, but I write gratitude to put my mind there, to see what I'm grateful for. Can we have the music? I hope we can. It's somebody singing there, and it's a great song. Okay, I have to put the music on. So what we do is you think about, let's say, 5 to 7 things, depend on how fast you write. What you're grateful for. What's important? You write it in present tense, like it's happening right now. You write it in positive way, not that I'm grateful I wasn't sick anymore. It's like I am healthy. And write something that you have right now in your life. You can really like feel, wow, I'm really having a great coffee. And I think the most important is to have the feeling with it, that you really feel this. Okay, let's see if the music, yes. Can it be a little bit louder, or the music? Turn up a little bit more? No? But I can't, I have it maximum. So I give you like 2-3 minutes and really feel what you are grateful for today. Do you feel how that energy changes here in this room? Anybody who wants to share or ask something that you experienced maybe, or you have a question about this?
I was just wondering, after so many years of doing this practice, do you notice anything around the sequence that you list things on? So I was just doing a brain dump and I'm like, oh, interesting.
Yes, I think I have. I think I have changed my sequence a lot. Like to come from where I'm unhappy, I'm angry, I'm not satisfied with myself, to come really, I have become into a woman who appreciates like all the things I have. Even I see my past as a gift. I even see, okay, I have experienced this. It makes me really rich inside that I have experienced all those things. So gratitude is something about writing down what's happening now, what I'm grateful for now, but we can also be grateful for something that hasn't happened yet. So about our future, and to write it down also that in present tense. Like when we decided this year in March to come back here, I didn't have all the resources to come here yet. And then I started to be grateful for, okay, we are back in Bali. Yes, we are here. And it's all those little things, like before the kids come home, I already think, okay, what I'm grateful for today, what can I tell the kids? You know, instead of they come in the house, oh, you're late. What happened at school? I saw, you know, online that you got this bad grade. Instead of that, I can already see what I'm grateful for. So this is like a lifestyle, really, to start to see what you're grateful for, and to say just thank you. And many people think, okay, when I'm grateful, maybe then I'm not moving forward anymore because I'm already grateful. I have this computer, right? So, but maybe I want the new one. It's not about staying stuck where you are with gratitude, but it's about the mindset, and to train your mind to see what's what I like about my life, and it can grow. That's how our mind actually works. What we pay attention to, that grows in our life. And sometimes it's really hard. You see, maybe I'm not healthy, but then how do I see I'm healthy? Okay, I can still see, I can still eat, I can still walk. Maybe I take some medicine for something, but I can pay attention to what's already good there. And it really helps to get the health better as well. You wanted to share as well? Or no? No? Okay. So the most important thing is to feel that you are grateful. And what I wrote down here is, you probably know this, but gratitude reduces stress, that it increases well-being, and it brings more positive into your family life. It's really actually about energy, and you can just imagine when you are always unhappy at home, but yeah, thank you, I have Katie telling me the time. Or you can see what you are grateful also about yourself, your family life and everything. Then the energy is totally different in the house. So the next one is ask guidance for today. Since I'm doing it usually in the mornings, I take 5 minutes, so let's take 2 minutes today. You are quiet, you close your eyes, first to concentrate on your breathing. If you want to, we can already start doing it. And you feel your breath coming in and out, and you ask a question. What should I know? What do I need to know today to feel better? Maybe you want to support your kid with something, maybe you need another answer. It's kind of like meditation, but you can ask a specific question or just generally, how I can support myself today? What do I need to know about today? So I put the music on and let's try this. So try to empty your mind. If you have any thoughts coming in, just put the attention back to your breathing, and let's see. I tell you later how you can maybe get the answer. Okay, here is the music. Concentrate on breathing. Ask the question maybe, or just feel, okay, what do I need to know about today to feel well? To go through this day while I'm happy, while I enjoy it. So when you're ready, you can open your eyes. As I said, it's just a short version of it, but can you imagine you do it for 5 minutes at least? So anybody got an answer? You don't have to share the answer, but you wrote down something? You want to share? You want to ask something about this? It's something, I remember when I had my morning group, one woman always got an answer as a word. She got one word, like brave or gratitude or something. And that word was like accompanying her during the whole day. And she started to see, wow, that was really something I needed to know for today. And sometimes maybe you get an answer later, You go on with your daily life, and then you're like, oh my God, this is the answer. And I think it took me at least 3 months to even get the answer, because I was so much in my head, like always thinking. My mind was like constantly working. And I think it took me at least 3 months to quiet myself down, the thoughts down. So I started to really feel or see the answer. Of course, it emerges also through thought, right? It's like, okay, we get the thought, but maybe it comes through your body, and yeah, it's really powerful tool. And all this gratitude practice I'm sharing with you, I got it from Bob Proctor, and here is the third one, and that's actually the most important one. You send love to 3 people that bother you. Do you have anybody who bothers you sometimes, or who gets on your nerves, or sometimes? Maybe it's the government, or I don't know, but we all have somebody. So this is really a game changer. So who is the first person you're supposed to send love to? Yourself. Yeah, that's cool. That's so cool. That's true. And that's, again, energy. So how I learned to do it, I think it's now 6 years ago, actually. So we're going to do this practice as well, but I'll show you first. So I concentrate on breathing again, then I go to my heart. I try to feel the heartbeat. Sometimes I don't feel them, but most of the time I do. And then I imagine I have like a light coming out of this heart center, and it goes around the head, and it goes back inside of me, the same height as the heart center. So I say, I love you, Kai, and then I receive it as well. Receive it with my back. And this practice is so powerful. I even do it sometimes, when I'm, maybe have a whole day seminar or something. So we're going to use the bathroom, right? So I'm there sitting and sending love to myself, not because I'm egocentric, but because I need to get the focus back. So it's something, like I said before, we are sometimes unhappy when we are parents, like how we handle things, or maybe we did something wrong. Then sending love to yourself really helps to forgive, really helps to understand that I'm also just a human, I'm doing my best. And of course, the forgiveness topic is the whole different one. I'm not going to get there today. So once you send love to yourself, then think about the next person. Maybe it's somebody from your past. And today, let's not go like into big traumas. Let's take something easy, because we are here just for a short time. But if you feel that you want to share something, come after a talk and share with me. So take somebody. You maybe sometimes this person bothers you, or you're not happy, or you don't want to talk to this person, but you have to, like, I don't know, it's your kid's friend's parent or whatever, the teacher, whatever. Just think about this person. You don't have to send them away anything. Just think about them and wish them well. Maybe you can't say I love you, but wish them well. This really helped me through my divorce, because I kind of broke up from my kid's father twice. We got back together, but it still didn't work out. So the next time, the second time, was so much calmer, because whenever I felt like, oh, he's doing this, oh, I don't like this, I'm like, I sent him love. Or the situation, I sent the situation love, because it's all about energy. And you know what happened? All these weird messages, I didn't send them to him, or he didn't like shout at me anymore while we had a phone call, because I changed my energy thinking about him, because he's a good person. I just don't want to be with him. And then you can take the next one more person. Just send them love. Think that they are loved. They have somebody in their lives, right? Who is their friend, who is their lover, their kid. Just something, I don't click with them. But when they are doing well, then they stop bothering me. And I have seen this so many times with my clients, with myself, even with my boys. I help them to do this sometimes when they need it. You want to give it a try? Yes? So first, let's start together again. You close your eyes. It's always better than you don't cross your legs or arms, you just sit straight. Focus on your breathing. You breathe in, you breathe out, you feel that. And if you want, you can place your hands on your heart center to feel the heartbeat. And you send love to yourself. You feel that light-colored rays coming out of you. Maybe it's yellow, maybe it's golden, silver. It goes above your head and back inside of you through your back. You receive it. Tell yourself how much you love yourself. And then after that, think of two other people. So I'm going to be quiet now. Yes, when you're ready, you can open your eyes, take your time. So I hope you feel when you are in a happy place with yourself, you can see, you can be grateful to yourself, and you can forgive yourself, and you can forgive others. You are much better mom or dad to your kids. Do you agree? So this is something I do daily, and maybe sometimes I miss a day when I really need to go somewhere early, but then I just do it on the way. And it's not just about this 3 steps doing in the morning for 15, 20 minutes. It's gonna affect the whole day of yours. You're gonna spend, soon you're gonna notice, you're gonna spend the whole day being grateful. Because we can train our mind to be grateful, but it's about practice. I love how Michelle Obama puts it. Something you do on a daily basis, you practice it, and eventually you become very good at it. So you choose. If you're like always whining or saying, oh, this is not well, you become very good at it. So maybe we practice something else, what you really want to become good at. Anybody wants to ask about those 3 steps of gratitude? Or maybe share something? You would? Okay. Thank you.
I just want to say something very funny, because when I was sending love to the 3rd person, the 4th person appeared. And what about me?
Oh, yeah. That's really good.
And I was like, okay, come. And we started dancing, and it was
Through dancing, I do that too a lot. When I'm grateful, I'm like dancing in my vision. Yeah. It's good. Yeah, thank you for sharing. That's the energy, right? And if you don't have anybody who bothers you, just take somebody who you love a lot. Just send them love. I mean, we can do it always. But the thing about the third step is that you wouldn't have anybody who walks around your mind that you don't want them to be there. Or like you walk on the street, you're like, oh, okay, let me take my phone. I don't want to talk to this person. I don't have those people. It's very relieving. Yeah. Okay, thank you. So this was the biggest part of my presentation, but let's see about focus. Like I said before, focus not about work-wise, but about focus on the things you want to grow in your life, what you want to grow in yourself. So I think the basic for me has always been those 3 steps of gratitude. And now we come to focus. When I do those 3 steps of gratitude, I'm really focused. And I have learned to do it even when I'm at the airport, when I'm at the cafe, or my kids were smaller, they were running around. Sometimes I said, hey, stop doing this, I'm doing gratitude. But then I like, how you say that? I minimize all the gratitude feeling when I'm like, hey, don't come here. So I learned how to do it while the kids were running around or while there were things happening. And it really is something to do with focus. So here is Robert doing the, what it's called in English? Magic, yes. He loved doing this, and you really have to be focused to do that, right? So focus on what, I learned to focus what I see good in myself through gratitude. So when you learn to focus what you see good in yourself, it's a game changer. Please do that. And you can ask others. Sometimes we play the game with the boys, like, what do you like about yourself? I ask them. So first they say, let's say Felix says what he likes about himself, and then what he likes about one brother, second brother, and about me. And the most difficult one for them was to say what they like about themselves. Like, oh yeah, I mean, the youngest one always had no problem because he was the youngest. But when they're teenagers, they're like, yeah, I don't know what I like about myself. But we started to do it a lot here in Bali because we were so much together. And I think it also made my sons closer to each other. I think they're really best friends with each other. So something that they really paid attention what they like about their brother, because there's always something. But we are programmed to see what we don't like, right? So this exercise was really great. So what you see good about your spouse, your wife, your husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, because often, again, we see what we don't like about them. It comes like so easily. What if next time your spouse comes home, you make a list what you like about them, and every day, maybe, you write down one thing. Your relationship gets so much better. And even better, you tell them what you like about them. Just one thing every day. In 1 month, it's 30 things. And soon you can write a book about it. I think I heard stories, some people have done it, like actually written books about it. And then what you see good in your children. And it's all about focus, what they have done well. And it doesn't mean that they always have to be happy or merry and like, oh, we just talk about things we do well, but then we can talk about things we don't like, we maybe don't succeed in a different way, that this is our learning space there. So we can train ourselves to see the good things, and what you will find what you are looking for. That's how our mind is trained. Again, I could like talk about this on and on, but I hope you trust me on this. You can have a little game, like you wake up in the morning, you have this goal, you're like, oh, I don't know how I achieve it, but I know I'm gonna be there next week. And then suddenly you're gonna see the ways how you can succeed. You're gonna meet people who help you with this. Because our brain starts looking for ways to make it happen. So focus on one thing at a time. And then consistency. Here is Felix. I think he won the first place in the run. It was 1 kilometer, I think. And how old is he here? I forgot. Anyways, I wasn't in Estonia because I was in Toronto at the seminar with Bob Proctor, but I got this picture that he finally won. He wanted to win this race for like 4 years, but he was really consistent. He didn't give up. So this consistency comes in place when you start to train your mind and see good in yourself, in your spouse, in your children. And I think for kids, the consistency is also a safety. And I think this is something I was really good at. Like I said, we always had timetables at home, you know, with 3 boys, what we do, when we do. And mostly it was for me to train me, because I had to be consistent, that I wake them up at 7, so I put them in bed at 8:30. It was my growth mostly. But I always knew what time they had lunch nap, what time they took a nap, because then I had my own time. So it's safe for the kids, and when you keep routine, small habits, it builds trust and stability, even with teenagers. Because then they know, because I think teenagers have so much going on in the inside of them, right? They're becoming those young people, the hormones and everything, and they need something steady. So consistency comes in place. And then about keeping my promises. Can we go a little bit over 10? Because I started a little bit late. It's okay, yeah, thanks. Because what I discovered, like I told you before, I did not keep my promises. And the worst thing about this is we become what's the opposite of self-confident? We're not confident with ourselves anymore when we don't keep our promises. Okay, I decide today that tomorrow I go to this training, I eat healthy, I take a walk, I'm really have this talk with my kid, I'm there to listen, and then I wake up next day, I decide, okay, I'm not gonna do any of that, because I'm not in a mood. What Mel Robbins says, when you're not in a mood to do it anyway, then the mood comes. Of course, we're not going like through a small hole that I'm sick and I'm still going to the training. No, there's always some extra things. But to keep your promise helps you to become more self-confident. And I have one example here. I had a client, a woman, who complained that her daughter never keeps her promises. Like, she's like, okay, I'm gonna do this or that, but she never did. And when we talk about the outside world is a mirror of our inside world, she was like, Kai, I don't understand. I tell my daughter, I do this, I do that, I always do. I always keep my promises. I'm like, okay, let's see what else you have here. You know, we had this mentoring call. And she started to tell me that she wanted to do the business plan because she wanted to start a new business, but she just never did it. She like, oh, okay, already 30 days, 1 month, I still haven't done it. I'm like, so you're telling me you're not keeping the promise to yourself? Because she put it in her timetable, but she always found excuse. And then we keep talking and she's like, yeah, I'm not keeping my promise. I'm like, so what do you think your daughter shows you? It shows you that you're not keeping the promise to yourself. The mirror is not something I do to others, but what I do to myself. So when you don't like something about your kid, they're just showing yourself. They're showing, I don't like something about my kids, they're showing something about me. So it starts with me, right? I start to see who I am, what I do, and then I can actually be there for my kids. So keeping the promise. I promise to do something. And if I'm not sure, then I don't promise. I'm like, okay, let's see. We decide tomorrow about this, what we want to decide, for example. Who is like very good at keeping the promises? I'm a little bit better now, much better. It's something I think we can always work on, so I just wanted to bring it up here to pay attention to that. And of course, then consistency of doing this gratitude practice and focus on one thing at a time. And the focus also comes to talking to our kids, putting the phone down, being the example. That's everything, focus and consistency. And I think consistency is a love language. When I put the phone down, I really look in the eye and I talk to the people, talk to my kids, they feel loved. Because love for me is giving attention. And I don't pay attention, I'm on my phone saying yes, yes, then they don't feel loved. They think, yeah, okay, I'm not important enough for my mom, for my dad. So these are the three things I wanted to tell you, what I'm doing: gratitude, focus, consistency. And thank you. If you want to write me or text me, here is my WhatsApp number. Most of you have it, I think. And if you want to share something,